Hi there guys, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Ollie Bearman Path to Greatness. We are here for the Austrian Grand Prix at Spielberg, and we're going to see today if we can start to claw back that advantage that we've gained previously in the driver standings over our rivals. We're going to jump straight into qualifying here at the Red Bull Ring for the one-shot quali. Hopefully we'll be able to do better than last time out and be competitive towards the front of the field. But here we are then, starting the lap for qualifying on the start-finish straight, 5 lights, and away we go. As we go on the climb up to turn 1 now, we do hit our braking point, and that is very important for the run towards turn 2 down this long back straight as we head down now. And we do have a good exit, but we are a little bit behind the cars ahead at the moment, coming towards the end of sector 1. But we're in a decent position coming into sector 2 now. This is one of my favourite tracks on the calendar, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to finish relatively high here compared to the competition as we sling through these corners now, making our way through the middle sector. That one's a little bit wide of apex, not what we would want for the lap. There just in front of us now is the ghost car of the leader, so we're starting to drop off the back just ever so slightly. Coming towards the end of the middle sector now, we've dropped back further than we did in sector 1, and it's not looking good for us so far, but hopefully we can pull this back. This is not what we wanted at the start of the weekend. We need to try and finish as far up the grid as possible. Heading in towards the final corner, we do hit the apex and get a good run out of the final corner, open that DRS and up to the line. Where will we be? What has that given us? P15, that is another abysmal result in qualifying, and we have it all to do once again in the Grand Prix.
We really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
So there you have it, guys. Once again, our rivals in the championship, Daruvla and Pourchaire, leading the way ahead of us and putting us under quite some considerable pressure at this midpoint in the season now. We remain on a 73 rating as well.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint race then. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top?
Seven laps of the Spielberg sprint. It's 5 lights and we're ready to go, and it's a good start off the line once again from ourselves. We're really enjoying the starts in this Prema car. We go side by side with Fittipaldi, straight past him and another 3 or 4 cars, I think. What an overtake round the outside. That was gorgeous, and already that has helped us climb up a big chunk of the field there after such a terrible qualifying from P15, and we're not going to stop there, guys. We absolutely sail down the inside of another 4 cars here to go side by side now with Leclerc for P6. And as you can see, guys, we have had a little bit more of the recording issues, so apologies for that. But as usual, I don't want to cut that out of the video whilst making an overtake. Thankfully, it all looks good now at the end of lap 1. We did get past Leclerc for P6. And now we're trying to defend from him as he's all over the back of us heading into turn 1 here on lap 2. But we are right on the back of the leading pack. Behind Verschoor, behind Novalak. We're going to look to overtake rather than defend if we can up towards P5. And we do make that overtake on Verschoor up into P5 now. This is a mighty, mighty effort from us from P15. We now have our sights set on Novalak for P4. He is the man that we've been given the task to overtake by lap 5. We're not going to wait till lap 5. Sending it and licking the stamp down the inside up to P4 now. And the front 3 are not out of possibility for us here. P4 past Novalak now, still 3 laps to go. So where can we achieve from where we are now? We've overtaken some 11 cars in 4 laps. That is unthinkable. So for us, the sky is the limit. We could be looking at the victory here even. But with the penultimate lap comes the overtake for P3, and that does unsettle us as Daruvula misses his braking point from in front, and we do just clip the back of, I'm not sure who that is now currently in the lead. It's Benavides, so we hit the back of him but don't lose any wing damage, and we're having a ding-dong battle with Miney, but we get past him finally up into P3 with our championship rival just narrowly ahead now in P2. This has been a fantastic recovery so far as we're about to head on to the final lap of the sprint. If we can replicate this in the race or do even better, then this will be a miracle of a weekend. All over the back now, onto the final lap. We are having a good chance with the DRS on the front too. We've dropped 4th place ever so slightly. As you can see, little speckles of rain making it more difficult for the drivers out on track, and we take advantage of the slippery surfaces as we get past Daruvula now, up into P2, past our championship rival, and what a race this has been. We're going to come across for P2 here today from P15, 13 places gained, and an absolute masterclass drive from Ollie Bearman. As we now head up towards the penultimate corner on the track, there's no way, unfortunately, that we can catch the leader, but nevertheless, a stellar performance to come home in P2, absolutely taking advantage of our equipment and also our talent. P2 finish for Ollie Bearman.
Yes, great drive, great drive. Everyone here is really happy with that performance. Well done, mate.
Absolutely superb. Brad Benavides takes the win.
Well, sprint races are basic, aren't they? And that's why we like them. Set them all going and let them have at it. And they really showed the racecraft and pace that you need to win them.
And as the adrenaline dies down after another eventful race, here come our top 3 out onto the podium. There will be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you'll join us at the next race when Formula 2 returns. It's race day here at Spielberg, and the drivers are making their final preparations down on the grid before lights out. Look around, it's a spectacular setting, and I'm sure today's race will do it justice. Spielberg is a very short lap, one of the shortest we'll see in this Formula 2 championship. 7 rights and 3 lefts make up the 10 corners of the circuit. The left-hand kink of turn 2, leading into the uphill braking of turn 3, represents another overtake hotspot. So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's results with a look at the starting grid. Dennis Hauger lines up on pole position, with Ayumu Iwasa alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Pourchaire, Doohan, Arthur Leclerc, and Vishaw. Novalak, Miney, Daruvula, Brad Benavides, Vesti, Martins, Isaac Hadjar, Enzo Fittipaldi, Bearman, Cordial, Correa, Jack Crawford, Boschong, Stanek, Maloney, and Roy Nissany completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. It is the Formula 2 race. It is.
Okay guys, we are now here on the grid for the feature race, and we're praying for a similar sort of start that we got in the sprint. It looks a lot more sunny and a lot more dry. Let's see if that will work out for us. 5 lights and away we go. And off the start, it's better than in the sprint. We sail straight past Fittipaldi, and now we're going past Hauger as well. Martins, and alongside our teammate Vesti as well. So it's been a similar sort of start. We're up to P11 and we're looking to get past Miney and maybe Benavides as well. We're looking to go round the outside now of Miney, but we've been boxed in and there's nowhere to go. We're actually going to be side by side with our teammate here, but we do manage to hold on. Skipping towards the end of lap 1, we make another overtake on Miney at the exact same corner that we did in the sprint. So we're really enjoying that corner to overtake. Up now into P10. So it's still been a 5-place gain, similar to the sprint as well. So now we're hoping we can replicate the middle part of the race with 3 more laps than the sprint. 10 laps here in the feature race. So let's knuckle down and see if we can gain any more positions. We're coming round now to finish the first lap. We have gained 5 places on lap 1, P15 up to P10. And we're going to have a look at the back of Benavides, I'm sure, down the end of this next straight with a good exit. And we get a good run now, a little bit of a gap, but we hope on the brakes that we're able to get past and waste no time in the pursuit of a podium if we can replicate the sprint. We do come from so far back to make the move stick, and we're now up into P9, but we're still running side by side. It's not guaranteed as of yet. We're still side by side, but surely on the brakes we'll have enough to get P9 sewn up, and we do. A little bit wide there, so definitely not ideal, but we do navigate that spectacularly to be in P9. Skipping on to lap 4 though, it is very evident that this is going to be very different from the sprint race. We don't have the pace to keep up with the cars ahead, and actually we've been re-overtaken. Down into P10 on Benavides, and he is the man with the DRS, but we're trying to tuck into the slipstream to potentially re-overtake, but it's not quite going to happen for us, and we're stuck in this train of cars with a big gap to the top 8 in front. So Benavides and ourselves are not quick enough to keep up, and that is a big shock for the race here. We expected big things, huge things after the success of the sprint, but it doesn't look like it's going that way. We do re-overtake Benavides. It's an absolute battle between us and himself up for P9, but it's not the battle that we wanted to fight. With half of the race distance left, we need to start upping our pace to catch those guys ahead. Here comes Benavides once more, sniffing for a look past us, but we hold strong this time around. 4 laps to go, and it looks like any sort of big points is now out of the window. P9 is a maximum for us today. You catch us here now on lap 7, where you've guessed it, yet again we're in a fight for P9 with Benavides, who will not give up. He is relenting on giving us that P9, and we are the ones with the DRS this time around, so we're going to have another shot at this, heading to the outside now to brake later and slightly cover that inside line, and we are able to, so we're back up once more into P9. This is a fantastic battle, but not for the places that we would have wanted. And on lap 8 now, we have a carbon copy move as Benavides tries the inside line once more, and he brakes slightly earlier here to run side by side with us, but on the exit we are on the racing line, so we get a better exit plus the DRS to maintain P9 and actually pull a slight advantage away here on lap 8. But this is all it is, constant battles with Benavides, so no opportunity even if we had the pace to close up on the cars ahead. And lap 9, here he comes again up the inside. This is what the race has been pretty much, us versus Benavides at these specific few corners every single lap, going back and forth, and he's not giving up at all here. He wants to take our P9 and we say no, we want to have it, thank you very much. Through we go once more to reclaim P9 here on the penultimate lap, and we are not willing now after this constant battle to lose out now. Heading on to the final lap for one potential last chance for Benavides. We tried to run him tight to the corner. We run a little bit wide here, giving him another chance potentially with the last opportunity to overtake in the Grand Prix. Here we go. Will it be P9 or will it be P10? We're holding on to the racing line and we're just too far ahead for Benavides to do anything about it, and it should be P9 for us. It's not been a good result, but it is still points at the end of the day, on a day where it wasn't what we expected and we weren't quick enough to compete with the leading cars. So it will be P9 for us today, and the cars around us in the championship will be gaining, so it will start to put us under even more pressure as we head into the next round. But coming through the final corner now, Ollie Bearman comes up to the line. Pourchaire wins the Grand Prix and we finish in P9.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Pourchaire has done it. Teo Pourchaire takes the checkered flag.
It's so easy to mess up a call like that, and whatever you do always seems wrong, but they made it work, and that's the important thing. A full points tally.
An amazing race today, and a very well-deserved one too. The team worked very hard to get exactly the right setup out of the F2 car that works for them, and the results speak for themselves. ARTGP winners today. After all this drama, you would be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So with that, guys, we have a reduced deficit of 54 points to the rest of the field, and it's going to put more pressure on us for the next few rounds that we need to deliver, and hopefully we can. But if you did enjoy this video, guys, please make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you for another episode very, very soon. Take care all. Peace.